Is Miss US.
Hey guys, welcome to Critical Beauty Salon. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click subscribe and the bell icon below to receive instant notification for the next video. Help me get 3,000 subscribers by the end of July so I can start giving away prizes. And don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Marisol Malaret Contreras became the first Miss Universe from Puerto Rico when she was crowned on July 11, 1970 at the Miami Beach Auditorium in Miami Beach, Florida. Critical Beauty Salon is paying a tribute to Marisol as this year marks the 50th Coronation Anniversary or Crownniversary as Miss Universe 1970. Marisol was born on October 13, 1949 in Utuado, Puerto Rico. Her parents are Lidia Contreras and Jose Antonio Malaret. She has one brother, Jesus Antonio, and 5 half-siblings named Joseph, Alicia, Rita, Antonio, and Raul. Sadly, her parents died when she was only 8, after which she was obligated to work to support her brother, Jesus Antonio, and her aunt Esther. At an early age, Marisol learned that to advance in life, one had to work with effort, perseverance, and discipline. She and her brother were left in the custody of her aunt. They moved from Isla Verde to a project in Puerto Nuevo, a district of the municipality of Vega Baja. Marisol attended elementary school in Colegio La Merced and later graduated from Escuela Superior Gabriela Mistral. When her aunt found out about Marisol's intention to work as a model, the aunt opposed it. She then enrolled at the University of Puerto Rico, where she completed an associate's degree in secretarial services. After finishing her education, she started working as an executive secretary for the telephone company. Oddly enough, her co-workers at the phone company urged her to compete in Miss Puerto Rico pageant. Marisol carried out different types of work that included cleaning houses and windows, among other things. Subsequently, her bright green eyes and attractive face led her to venture into television. In this medium, she participated, along with other young women, in a recording that the Argentine singer Sandro had made for Guapa TV. In this group of women, Marisol's beauty stood out from the rest. She was noticed by producer Rolando Menendez, who immediately recommended her to pursue a career in the field of modeling. Her first professional photos were shot by photographer Curi Diaz. Her physical traits, specifically her beautiful face and being tall and thin, earned her a scholarship to study modeling at the Polaina Academy, which was led at that time by modeling guru and businesswoman Ana Santisteban, who also owned Miss Puerto Rico pageant. Ana eventually convinced Marisol to compete in Miss Puerto Rico 1970 pageant, which was held on June 21, 1970. Marisol was crowned Miss Puerto Rico. In those days, the winners of the contest were given a scepter, a crown, and a cloak, elements that created the illusion that she was a true queen. The young queen had the opportunity to represent Puerto Rico in the Miss Universe 1970 pageant held in Miami Beach, Florida. Marisol only had less than 2 weeks to prepare for the international competition. She competed for the benefit of the Society of Disabled Children and Adults of her country. All the expenses incurred by her to attend the pageant were covered by the phone company. However, bad luck struck when she lost all her wardrobe in the floods that affected her district of Puerto Nuevo. Fortunately, model Yvonne Cole assured Marisol's participation by lending her the costumes that Marisol would later use to compete in Miss Universe. And since the national pageant was held late, Marisol could not participate in the Osaka Expo 70 in Osaka, Japan, where 56 of the Miss Universe contestants had gathered in early July. Less than a month after winning the Miss Puerto Rico crown, Marisol beat 69 other delegates from other countries to win Miss Universe 1970. Marisol was not the favorite to win the crown. It was Debbie Shelton, Miss USA, but the jury, made up of celebrities from Japan, England, and Brazil, ruled in favor of Marisol. She made history by becoming the first Puerto Rican woman to win Miss Universe. Her victory gave a new meaning to her life and to the millions of her compatriots. Let's watch Marisol's overall performance at Miss Universe 1970.
Puerto Rico.
Good evening. My name is Marisol Malaret, and I come from Puerto Rico, San Dulce.
Seventh place among the 15 semifinalists goes to Miss Puerto Rico. Congratulations, girl. Would you believe it, Miss Puerto Rico speaks English, and your name is?
Marisol Malaret.
And what is your job?
I'm an executive secretary and a mother.
Uh-huh. And what would you like to do? I understand that you hope to be married, is that
Oh,
right?
yes, sir.
How old do you think you should be to be married?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for it. I don't think that when love comes, that will be perfect. No special age at all.
And you think it can happen anytime?
Yes, sir.
You just go right out there. There may be a man near that ramp out there someplace. There you go, Miss Puerto Rico.
£30.
Miss Puerto Rico.
Miss Puerto Rico is Marisol Malaret Contreras, and she's from Puerto Rico. She's 20 years old, has dark brown hair and green eyes, is 5 feet 8.5 inches tall, and weighs 125 pounds.
Miss Universe. The other will be the first runner-up. The position of first runner-up is very important because if for any reason Miss Universe cannot fulfill her obligation, then the first runner-up becomes Miss Universe. All right? Good luck to both of you.
On her homecoming in Puerto Rico after the victory, she was honored with what was considered until then one of the biggest welcomes ever at San Juan's Luis Muñoz Marin International Airport, then known as Isla Verde International Airport. The New York Times reported that 50,000 turned out in San Juan to honor a queen. Governor Luis Ferre proclaimed a holiday in Marisol's honor. The offices of the telephone and telegraph company where she had worked as a secretary became a ballroom. Ana Maria Cumba, who was the official chaperone for Miss Universe for almost 20 years, describes in her book, The World of Miss Universe, an assignment to travel with Marisol in Hartford, Connecticut. Cumba writes, Howard Rye, the executive director for special events at WHNB-TV, who was sponsoring the appearance of Miss Universe in Connecticut, told me that he never thought that a beauty queen could create so much commotion and excitement. They think the world belongs to Miss Universe. He was stunned to see thousands of Puerto Ricans that had emerged from everywhere to see Marisol. They loved her so much that they almost killed her with affection. The children crawled over her and they all wanted un besito, a little kiss. Cumba describes another time when she went to San Juan with Marisol, where the beauty queen was assigned to cut the ribbons in 3 banks. After every ribbon cutting ceremony, there was a cocktail party and Marisol's pictures were distributed to the guests. At the cocktail parties, Marisol autographed pictures without lifting her head. She got calluses on her fingers. At one point, I had to stop in and ask the people to have consideration and let her breathe some air. Another adventure with Marisol was in Charlotte, North Carolina to participate in the Thanksgiving Day Parade. I lost her in the mob. It was very cold and I had her coat. When I finally found her, she was already seated on the top of the float, shivering and crying. Marisol remarks, "Oh, let's get the show on the road. I am sick and tired of it." I felt sorry for her. Cumba says. Cumba also writes that when Marisol visited New York, she was received by Governor Rockefeller and Mayor Lindsay in a very regal manner, and they rode with her in a Puerto Rican Day Parade. Here's a vintage photo of New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller hosting a 1970 reception to support the congressional campaign of Herman Badillo, seated at the left next to Marisol. Badillo was running to become the first Puerto Rican member of Congress. After her reign, Marisol went to Australia to do some modeling and she became the vice president of Barbizon Modeling School when it opened in Puerto Rico. In 1983, she hosted a TV special on Telemundo presenting Argentine singer Sandro.
Sí, de verdad, para mí es la mejor tenerte aquí.
Salud.
Salud. Estábamos comentando, o sea, sabes que el estudio está lleno, los problemas que tuvimos al entrar, las mujeres están aquí a favor, hay una votación de tus distintos looks, como decimos aquí,
Sí.
y están contentísimas. ¿Qué ustedes creen del nuevo peinado y el...
In 1986, she founded Imagen, Puerto Rico's first and most significant women's magazine. In 1992, she founded Caras magazine, of which she was the editor-in-chief until 2002. In that same year, Marisol, the tireless worker, returned to television to host Etica TV on Channel 6 and Frecuencia Etica on Channel 40. Both projects were carried out with the idea that citizens participate in the fight against corruption by promoting ethical and moral values in the country's society. Marisol has been married 3 times, first to former male model Butch James and the second to musician Corky Stroman, with whom she has her only child, daughter Sasha. The third marriage was to Cuban-born singer Frank Cue. Marisol's face has graced the covers of countless international and Puerto Rican entertainment and gossip magazines, such as Vea, TV Guia, Artistas, Estrellas, and its smaller version, Estrellitas. She has participated in many advertising campaigns and performs occasionally as a motivational speaker to young women and aspiring business leaders. She was involved in the fashion industry. In 1973, she co-owned the high-profile women's boutique La Femme with former actress Gladys Aguayo. Marisol worked at the store for 10 years. In 2001, Marisol appeared in a publicity campaign for Advil, along with 3 Miss Universe title holders from Puerto Rico. In March 2017, she received her star on Puerto Rico's Walk of Fame. The star symbolizes her accomplishments not only as a beauty queen, but also as a television host and magazine editor and director. Marisol stated that that would be her last appearance in an event because she has gotten older. She says, "It's very nice to have the love of the public, but when one wants to grow old and the only thing that people remember is that you were a beauty queen and nothing else, then it's a little hard. Of course, I see my friends and I go out, but I no longer attend big events and parties." These days, Marisol is enjoying being a devoted mother to her daughter Sasha Stroman, who is a screenwriter based in Los Angeles, and a doting grandma to her 2-year-old granddaughter Luna. And there you have it, a tribute to Marisol Malaret's 50th Crownniversary. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and comment below. And don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you for watching, guys. Until the next time. Bye.